Bangalore, now officially known as Bengaluru, Silicon Valley of India, city of lakes, located at a height of over 3,000 feet above sea level, is the capital of the Indian state of Karnataka and is known for its pleasant climate throughout the year. Bangalore has the distinction of being the workplace for the legendary poet-writer and first Asian Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore for his two famous works. Rabindranath Tagore regained his health and got satisfaction in his mind while he was in Bangalore. Hiraiya Kempegowda, a feudal ruler under the Vijayanagar Empire, established a mud fort in 1537, which is considered to be the foundation of modern Bangalore. Tipu Sultan, the ruler of the Kingdom of Mysore, was defeated by the British East India Company in 1799, and East India Company captured the Bangalore city but returned administrative control of the city to the Maharaja of Mysore. Professor Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan of Maharaja's College, Mysore, invited Rabindranath Tagore to give lectures to students. Tagore's first visit to Bangalore was on 11 January 1919 on the invitation of the Bangalore Amateur Dramatic Association. The poet arrived Bangalore Cantonment Railway Station by train from Madras. At Cantonment Railway Station, admirers and a large crowd greeted him. Tagore stayed at Balaburi Guest House, Palace Road, in room number 5. Tagore's visit has been commemorated in a plaque in front of the room. Kantaraj Arts, the Diwan of Mysore, was the official resident of the heritage structure at that time. Balaburi Guest House is a majestic building, has a history of its own. It was built in 1850. The outspread lawns and well-maintained columns of Gothic building are eye-watching. British Army officer Sir Mark Cowan, then Chief Commissioner of Bangalore, named it Balaburi, and he was the earliest resident in this guest house. At 159 Sultanpete, on the afternoon of 12 January 1919, Tagore attended a private ceremony at the house of B.V. Subbarao. He was greeted with Vedic hymns and a shower of holy yellow rice. At SLN High School premises near Care Market, Bangalore Amateur Dramatic Association organized an All India Festival of Fine Arts from January 12 to 18, and Rabindranath Tagore was the chief guest. A large pandal was erected on an open ground in front of the school. On the evening of 12 January, Tagore was felicitated at a grand reception by the Bangalore Amateur Dramatic Association. Crowds gathered from the morning of 12 January to catch a glimpse of the poet, who arrived around 6 p.m. and inaugurated the event. Tagore gave the famous lecture, The Message of the Forest. On 13 January, in the same venue, Tagore read out the lecture, The Center for Indian Culture. On 14 January, Tagore visited Lal Bagh, where students of different schools and colleges organized a reception. Tagore liked the reception under the trees, in the garden, outside the four walls, and among the students. Tagore said, "His hair and beard make him look old, but he is actually their age." Tagore taught students how to remain always young and receptive and creative and capable of growth. On the invitation of Sri Kanthiraj Narsingaraj Warrior IV, the ruler of Mysore, Tagore returned to the city less than 2 months on 8 March. On the evening of 9th March, Rabindranath Tagore gave a 90-minute lecture at the Mythic Society on Nurupathunga Road on folk religions of India. Rabindranath Tagore spoke about the Bauls of Bangladesh. Mysore Maharaja concluded his speech by saying, "I learned two things from today's speech. The first is that we are ignorant of the country. The second is that no caste or community is inferior." Maharaja praised the poet's knowledge on the subject. Rabindranath's speech was a philosophical interpretation of folklore. The same night, Tagore left for Madras. Tagore returned to the city at noon on 26 September 1922 and stayed possibly at Summer Place. At night, he attended the Dussehra festival at Royal Court as a visitor. Brojendranath Sil, a great scholar and professor of philosophy, was the Vice Chancellor of Mysore University for nearly 10 years from 1920 to 1930, and he quit this post because of ill health. Brojendranath Sil invited Rabindranath Tagore to come to Bangalore for his physical well-being. In May 1928, Tagore visited Colombo to regain his health. However, even after a 10-day stay, his health did not improve. In June 1928, Tagore came and stayed at Balaguri with Brojendranath Sil. He spent 3 weeks at Balaguri guest house. At that time, Balaguri was the official residence of the Vice Chancellor of Mysore University. Balaguri is the place from where Tagore wrote two of his landmark Bengali novels. One is Shesher Kobita, the last poem, and the other is Jogajog, communication. Tagore wrote all through night to complete novel in the wee hours of the morning and read it out to Prashant Chandra Mahalanobis and his wife, who accompanied Rabindranath and Brojendranath Sil. Prashant Chandra Mahalanobis was a professor of Residency College, a famous statistician and founder of the Indian Statistical Institute. As music composer, Rabindranath Tagore created his own unique form of music. Tagore was influenced by Carnatic bhajans and composed a few well-known songs in Karnataka music style. These are Anandaloke, Mongolaloke, Birajo, Sotto Sundaram, Chirobandhu, Chironirbharo, Chiroshanti, চির সকাহে ছেড়ো না মোরে ছেড়ো না, একই লাবণ্যে পূর্ণ প্রাণস হে, etc. The influences were essentially from Tagore's niece Sarola Devi, who had resided in Mysore for several years and had taken the Mahishuri tunes from there, and also from Savitri Govindo Krishnan of Advaya.